Hi everybody, this is Felicia and welcome to the Crafty Maven. Here's the inspiration piece and I'm going to be using the circles. And here is the sketch that I'm going to be using. So I'm going to start out with the circle. Now I don't stick completely to the sketch, but the bubbles in the inspiration piece and the balloons in the inspiration piece just made me think of circles. And so what I'm deciding to do here is I'm just doing the circles, and I'm going to be doing a few of the circles and then not setting it up quite like the sketch, but at least getting the basics of it. So this right now I am going ahead and matting the photo so that it can stand out against the background here, which has lots of other little circles. And I'm going to start arranging the circles and that little stripe that you see, that strip at the bottom there on the layout here. So I'm arranging the circles how I would like for them to be, and so then I'm going to go ahead, once I like what I see, then I'm going to go ahead and start committing and gluing everything down. So, and then I'm also going to use these strips. Now these strips are from an old, I've had them in my stash, they're from a Studio Calico kit. And I like them because they're perforated and they have full sentences on them, and some of them also have some words. So I'm going to be using some of those strips here on the layout there. And at first I was going to put the strips right there, but I decided against it because I didn't like the way it looked. Plus I felt that it got lost in the background, and so I wanted to make sure that it didn't get lost in the background, I think, because it was too many. And I started putting them at the top, which helped out a lot, as you can see. So that's exactly where they're going to be going. I'm going to glue all of those down here at the top and make sure that they're in the right spot there. So now that I decided where the strips are going to go, I am pulling them out. So I'm going to talk a little bit about the photo. And the photo there is of David, my grandson, when he was a baby. And he looks so surprised. But he always did that whenever the flash went off on the camera, which I found really funny. I thought it was the funniest thing ever. Oh my gosh. So anyway, I am definitely going to make sure that I um, get the photo here centered right here, because I know it's kind of, and then put the strip down here, as you can see, with the stripes at the bottom, which kind of breaks it up a little bit and adds a little bit more interest at the bottom. And then I'm going to start tucking the circles in the spots here that I want them to be at on the layout, which you can see me lifted it up trying to get it under there. And these circles, by the way, were just, I just did a scrapbook organization video there where I talk about and I show people how I organize my desktop. So those videos are all set to go and ready to go. So they're going to be coming out on my channel as a series. But back to the layout here, I am now gluing down the strips, and the strips are kind of going to go at the top. They're kind of staggered, and so they're not looking just kind of plain and everything. So now that I got those down. And so there's more elements here that I needed to add, and I'm going to pull out my Antonius tray there, which is full of stuff from my Ali Edwards kits. Now, I haven't been able to really do what I wanted to do with the Ali Edwards kits. I used to have what I did like a story video. A lot of people didn't seem like they were pretty interested in that, so I kind of stopped doing them. But I might be picking them back up here soon, hopefully. Anyway, so all my goodies there, and I still scrap, you know, with all my Ali Edwards story kits and stuff, and I still am a member of the Ali Edwards story kits. I think it's going on 4 years now, so they've been out for about that a length of time. Anyway, so I drew a circle, only to realize that after I spent all that effort cutting it out and everything, that when I look back in my tray there that has all of my Ali Edwards, and I even go as far as to glue this down, but when I go back into looking at my tray, I find a circle that has print on the outside and it says moments. I love that, and so I decided to pull that one up and put this one down, which I like much, much better. So there, and so then that's where I use that as my journaling spot. And I pretty much write about how David's face is always surprised, and how this is pretty much like a gold mine, like a treasure, as to what children bring into your lives and how they make you happy. It's so funny because every photo he's taken when he was a baby looks like this almost. It's hilarious. Oh my goodness. Anyway, so I'm dug in my stash there and I found some of these acrylic stars and I'm going to be putting those on the layout. And I'm using my quick dry glue, which works marvelous, man, for these acrylic pieces here. It really sticks them down and they stay glued down. So I like that a lot. And so I'm going to be putting those throughout here on the layout. And I like this layout because everything is going to one side and it's kind of showcasing the rest of the pattern that's here on the paper. And yeah, I like that. I like how it came out. So now I'm going to go ahead and sprinkle some of the Heidi Swap velvet, black velvet down here to add some more black dots, like you didn't have enough. But it helps. Everything helps. And then now I'm going to go through my plastic acrylic, my acrylic words there. Those are also from the Allie Edwards Story Kits. And I'm looking for one that I think will work. And surprisingly enough, I found one that did work. It is the word surprise. Oh my gosh, it's so funny because that's exactly what he looks like in this photo. So I'm putting the quick dry glue on it right now so that it can stick down there, and that's exactly where it's going to go, and it worked out perfect. So I am done with this layout, guys, and be sure to tune in for more inspiration through the Crafty Maven channel, and take care and have a great and wonderful scrappy week. Bye-bye.